Welcome back to I Bought What?
That's the anime I saw, is that Ray was dating Darian before Serena did.
They went on a couple
also,
dates.
Ray is the one who calls Sailor Moon out on being a bad leader in the first season.
See, in the first season, though, that was all stuff that was manufactured by, like, what do you fucking call it? By Deke themselves. It wasn't part of the story. It was just made for weird conflict stuff because they were dubbing it weirdly.
There was times where Ray was questioning Usagi's leadership because she was flighty and she didn't have a good, like, sense of danger or, like, seriousness for the job. But she was never, like, going, I should be the leader. She was just questioning whether Usagi was a proper leader.
Yeah,
you know?
Like, and I mean, there was other stuff like that, too, with Amy and Makoto and Minako. I don't think Minako did it just because she was a late comer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. but like Ray never pulled that. I don't remember her in the dub ever. In the sub ever pulling that whole I should be the leader. It was just, are we sure she should be the leader? But she was never trying to take it for herself.
Yeah, and actually that was the thing that really pissed me off. Oh, good.
Well, I've been trying to go on a rant. So, like in the original anime, so there's a scene where Usagi has this wand and it has this crystal.
That's the thing that I'm literally going to yell about too.
Yes, she's my bae, and I'm going to yell about it. So she has this crystal, and that's the thing that the enemies are trying to get. At one point, they pretend like they have this huge fight to draw out the enemy, and the enemy catches Usagi, and they're like, you're gonna give me that crystal, and she's like, no, I'm not gonna, and they're like torturing her basically to get the crystal. I mean, kind of more or less. He's like choking her out.
This is the
she was going to pretend to go to the other side to try and get Tuxedo Mask.
Yeah, but it blew up in her face because he was choking her out.
Yes.
And so he's like, give me the crystal, and she's like, no. And so like the other scouts are like, what are we gonna do? She should just give him the crystal, or she's gonna give him the crystal. I don't remember which it was. And Ray was like, no, she's not. And they're like, well, why wouldn't she? And she's like, because I have the crystal.
And they're like, the fuck are you doing with that?
Yeah, and they're like, what the fuck? So this is where it diverges. In the original anime, they're like, why the fuck do you have her wand? It's her wand. And she's like, because Usagi and I are actually really good friends, and even though we don't act like it, she trusted me above everybody else to hold on to this and not give it up no matter what happens to me. So like that's what she told her. Usagi was like, I want you to hold on to this because I know I can trust you not to give it to the enemy for my sake.
Oh, shit.
And in the Deke dub, she left it in my bedroom. I was gonna give it back. I swear I wasn't gonna keep it.
But I didn't trust her. But I didn't trust her with it. That was the biggest fucking thing that pissed me off. She's like, I don't trust that she won't screw this up. And it's like, are you fucking... Really?
Yeah, and like, that was a point that a lot of American viewers were like, yeah, I don't like Sailor Mars because she did that. And it's like, but she didn't do that! That's not what she did!
Yeah.
So this is the one where I fucked up on a lot.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry, that just makes me really mad because Sailor Mars is bae. If anybody ever wants to know why my screen name
to be
fucking... My screen name is R.E.I. Davidson because of Rei Hino of Sailor Moon. It was an adaptation of an old screen name I had when I was a little bitty.
Little bitty babby.
Little bitty babby who loves Sailor Mars.
Wow. Oh my god, that was a good save.
Lucky save.
Besides, everybody knows that Sailor Mars and Sailor Moon were totally making out anyway, so...
That was because of the director, though. Less than Naoko Takeuchi.
That Sailor Moon and Sailor Mars were making out?
Yeah. I mean, like, all of the heavy,
heavy-handed,
quote-unquote heavy for the 90s, implications of them being any kind of, like, even, like, crushing on each other was due to the director of the first season.
Well, that's maybe true between characters like Usagi and Rei, but, like, there was several moments in the manga that were like that. Like, there was a lot of... For some reason, it was all between Minako and Rei. Like, there was a ton of moments in the manga between them.
Like, pretty much.
Sailor Venus.
That's Mina.
And they would, like, there was, I think the most famous moment is, like, there's these guys who are like, I don't know, being sexist, and they're like,
Nope,
we don't
that's
need
the
men.
Sailor Starlights.
Yeah, they're like, we don't need men when we have each other, and then like they're like,
Minako is draped over Ray's shoulder and kind of holding her tit.
and it's like, ooh, this is not even subtle, you know?
No. And also, Usagi, like, has plenty of moments in the very first introduction of each character is like, that girl's really cute, I'm gonna follow her. Like, straight up stalking somebody because she thought they were pretty. Look at that fucking... God damn it.
Got your shoes.
And I always hated the inclusion of Chad. I don't remember his Japanese name.
Yuichiro.
Because Ray had no interest in any guy in the manga.
Yeah.
Like she would be given like a big thing of flowers and be like and throw them away. Yeah. And like, but she like
She had a weird first love-esque thing, like, but that was still even like very minimal from the manga, and it was a side story. It wasn't technically like full canon anyway.
I will say, I do find it interesting that in Crystal, they practically have made her, like, asexual. Like, from what I remember, she doesn't have any romantic relations so far.
In the manga, that is pretty much how Rei is played. She's probably, like, lesbian ace, as far as, like, what you would probably pull her out, like, if you wanted to get
she
her,
says all the time, like, I don't have
orientation
time
stuff.
for romance, or romance is boring, or...
And
like,
also she overtly rejects men often. But doesn't really reject the girl, like, fan club that she has at her school.
Yeah. Or in the anime, there was that, like, little fangirl that she had with the stars in her eyes.
Yeah.
That she was, like, a little uncomfortable with, but she, like, let her work at the temple and hang out and all that stuff, so...
No, that's not what I meant.
I still awkwardly, like, from younger Sailor Moon days, still like have a weird candle like being held for the Shiteno and the Senshi matchups, just because like I thought that was cute, like the art was cute kind of thing.
Yeah,
but like there's really no basis for it. Like,
well, they were just like basically their guardian protector type people, not necessarily their romantic interest. But
no, I mean they were Endymions people, not theirs, and like they were their counterparts, but like there's no romantic basis except for there was a little bit of Kunzite and Sailor Venus.
Let's be real. I'm pretty sure Naoko shipped all of her characters with all her other characters.
It's true. She didn't have super preferences.
Like a lot of people are like, I don't understand why Haruka is with Michiru, but she keeps flirting with Usagi, and it's like, because Michiru don't care.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they poly, and sometimes they have to do it on this.
No,
like, come on.
I did it again. I literally did that exact same thing in the original.
Oops. Tori's just thinking about Sailor Moon too hard right now.
Yeah, that's true.
It's something we all like.
Yeah,
I can't remember, Cody, why did you watch the Deke dub? Like, because you watched that recently.
I watched it last year, about this time last year, because I was unemployed, is why.
Oh, okay, so you just did it out of boredom less than you were, like, looking for something specific.
I didn't know anybody watched the Deke dub on purpose.
I watch it willingly.
No!
I watched it back in the day, but
I won't watch it.
I watched the first season last year, and that's not the most boring thing I watched. I also watched, although I don't, this can't be the most boring, but I also watched FF12, the movie, which is all the cutscenes from Final Fantasy 12. And it was
That's hilarious.
It was
I didn't
like
know
6
that was a
hours
thing.
long.
Oh god.
Yeah, there's so many of those on YouTube. There's also like Bioshock Infinite, the movie, where they just cut out all the gameplay, so you just see like Elizabeth like staring at you for 3 hours.
Oh god.
Basically.
How awkward.
I love Bioshock Infinite, though, despite all its many, many flaws.
It was definitely an interesting
dumb.
story, but it was kind of weird that they wanted to use the Bioshock name for it.
Yeah.
Well, like, it had the same concepts, but you know what I mean.
It's, it's that whole, there's always a lighthouse, there's always a man, there's always a blah, 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 blah.
Was there a lighthouse? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I watched it over Scott's shoulder, TBH, because I didn't...
well...
I'm a spook scare baby, like...
But it's
I
not
don't
scary.
It's scary.
I disagree.
Which one? Infinite?
No, the first one.
Well, no, not Infinite, but because I heard it was
Infinite
a Bioshock
is just
game.
super racist.
Well, I mean,
But that's because of the
it was...
time.
Yeah, it has,
time period
serious...
portrayal. Run!
It tried to deal
Also,
with
there's a
racism, but
character
it did not manage to do so tastefully.
Yeah, it was pretty just out there, and it was like, oh, I'm uncomfortable deeply.
It's like, let's portray how horrible and racist these people are, but later, let's have us slaughtering hordes and hordes of black people. And Irish people who just want their rights.
So
very awkward.
It's uncomfortable.
What was Tori going to say?
What I was going to say is there's also a character that eats garbage.
What?
So
Yeah.
Because that's
one.
basically how you get health back in Infinite, isn't it? Where Booker
That's right.
digs
You're
through
just
the
talking about
garbage.
fucking Booker DeWitt.
Yeah, have you seen that
Fucking
comic where
why?
like it's just him like shoving garbage in his mouth and
I like
Elizabeth
no,
is just staring
but
at him
I'm
like, what the
cleaner.
fuck?
No, but I've seen the
Yeah.
Mega 64 video where Rocco Bote
Eats
went
garbage.
and basically dressed up as Booker DeWitt and went in public eating out of a garbage can. Like every garbage
Mega 64, Jesus Christ.
I love them.
They're very funny, but they're very
I recognize
crazy.
BioShock Infinite as a very flawed game, but it's still one of my favorites for reasons that don't have anything to do with the nasty moments.
So
I mean, I'm
Oh,
also
yeah,
a huge,
it
I'm
had
also a
good
huge
parts.
Nightmare. Yeah, I'm also a huge Nightmare Before Christmas fan to this day. Like, I mean, half my wardrobe is Nightmare Before Christmas.
You
but,
is the pumpkin.
I am the Pumpkin Queen, but I still think Tim Burton is a huge douchebag.
Oh,
so.
Well,
like
see-
I really like the Corpse Bride, but nah, he's no.
Yeah, I talked about like FF7 on my most recent podcast, and basically, like, it has the same problem that BioShock Infinite does. If your party is buying materia from basically anywhere and using materia to cast magic, why isn't everybody else buying and using this materia?
Yeah, that's a question I have with a lot of video games, actually.
Why are you not doing a thing that everybody else is doing, or why is everybody not doing exactly what you're doing? And
Like, if I
fighting
can
with that?
punch this rat in this sewer and get 2 levels, why isn't everybody in this sewer punching rats?
It's a D&D thing where if you're a commoner, you're level 1, and you can get killed by a cat. Like,
Oh, God.
like, you are an adventurer, but even a level 1 adventurer could have 4 HP if you
Yeah.
roll
Jesus
the wrong
Christ.
character.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's why I always thought it would be interesting to start a D&D campaign where none of the characters have a class. Like
and
they
you have to like
and they
somehow
develop it later
learn.
yeah,
kind
like
of
they have
thing.
to choose their class through circumstance of the storyline.
That'd be kind of interesting.
I mean, you could technically do that with 5e because originally with 5e, like, you choose a starter class, but then you get into specifications of that class at level 3.
Yeah,
Fuck
Instead,
is
you could just
5e?
push it.
it just
Oh,
always
fifth
struck me
edition.
as odd.
Oh, you said it like 5e, like together, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is a 5e?
Diddy cock dick man, cut this out. It's kind of like our campaign right now. Like my character is supposed to be this like learned, not like
Temple person.
temple person, acolyte of Bacab, and is supposed to have like been taught all this magic and has been taught to
Same.
fight and all this stuff,
Oh.
but she's still level 1.
Yeah.
So,
So she's really bad at what she does.
Yeah, that's kind of the same with my character.
What-
I mean, she's supposed
what
to
do
have been, studying in a monastery and should know how to fight, and
Fake news! Fake news!
my punch does 1d4.
Yeah. What are we
I
waiting
slap
for?
them.
We're waiting
Well,
to
Tori-
talk about things because Tori wants to be able to concentrate when she's gaming, but she
No,
wants to stay weird.
it's because we have finally reached the
Oh,
area
that's
in
right.
which we lost. So, fun story, guys. We lost some footage originally. That's why we came back and we played, and that's why we had a ghost.
Wink, wonk.
When you return to this game, it is going to be from the past. Way in the
Back
past.
to the past, Samurai Jack.
We're gonna take you back to the past.
So is it
When
this
Tori
is
first played this and had a blast.
Going
and everybody had a
back
meat
in
discourse.
time.
So cue
Jesus
the Song of Time here as we go back into the past.
That's the
I
wrong
don't-
song, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't
that
play
is
the
wrong-
Zelda games.
We need to make Maggie have a whole series where she just plays Zelda games and I yell
Holy
over her
fuck.
shoulder like, do this!
Yes.
Do
I-
this!
Okay,
Backseat
but
Zelda.
Yes!
here's the
I
thing.
love that.
I would watch
Here's the
that.
thing. I've literally never played a Zelda game except for I thought the first one, but I was talking to my brother and he's like, "No, we had the second one."
Oh, you played the one that everybody fucking colloquially hates?
Yeah.
That's the first one I had too. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link.
Zelda 2 is a very interesting game, though. Did you watch Danny's playthrough of that?
No. But
you gotta watch Danny's playthrough.
But yeah, I thought that was the first game for some reason. I don't know why I thought that was the first game, but I was talking to my brother Michael about it.
Balls, and I mean, it's like I think 2 years later than the actual first one.
Yeah, but I was talking to Michael. I was talking to Michael about it. Huh?
Tori wants to end the video so bad. Well, we can cut this part out. It's fine.
She's the angriest gamer you've ever heard.
I thought we were just